Hey everyone, it's the Honest Tarot Reader here. I don't feel like doing an intro today, so just pick the pile you're the most drawn to, and timestamps will be down below. Okay, bye. Pile number 1. What are you not aware of, or things you're not aware of? As I was shuffling the cards, the first thing that came to mind was Mo from the Doodle Bops. And me personally, I think he's so hot. I don't know why Mo from the Doodle Bops is just so hot. So I feel like, to me, the way I would interpret that for you is that I feel like you might think people like you because of your personality, your quirkiness, your talents, but you underestimate how much your appearance affects how much people like you. You might think people might really like your jokes because you're super funny, but really they like you more because you're pretty or attractive. There's something about your looks that you just underestimate how much you captivate others. And that's a good thing. You might not get complimented enough, and that's why you feel like the reason people like you is because of your humor, your personality, but it's entirely the looks, or not entirely. That's a really big thing to say, but your looks play a huge role in people's like or dislike of you, right? Mostly their like of you, okay? I feel like you're not aware that you are moving on from something, but I feel like someone is moving on from you. Someone that you don't want to move on from you, or perhaps like an ex that you're still hung on to. They've moved on. They're not really sad anymore. They used to be sad, but they're not really sad anymore. They're not really trying to fix this. They're not really trying to do anything. They're just trying to move on and trying to replace you. Specifically, someone that's exactly like you, which might be very hard to find. But this person is trying to find someone exactly like you because they know you're not gonna give it to them. You're not gonna give them a second chance. Let's just be real here. You're very much anti this person. No ex, anti-ex. That's what's coming through. Anti-ex, which isn't a word, but it's coming through like that. You don't want to deal with this person. I also feel like there's also possibly a friend or a best friend that you used to be friends with that you cut off, or you've distanced yourself from, and you just don't want anything to do with that person, and they are trying to replace you as well. I do feel like these two people keep tabs on you on your social media. They're watching you shine. They think you're so cool, or they want to be cool like you. There is a girl that is kind of jealous, kind of a hater, or a guy, I don't know, but they're trying to copy you. This is a copycat. You got a copycat watching you, but they're trying to be subtle about it, which is weird. They're trying to be really subtle about it, so you might not really notice, but they really like the way that you shine. And again, on this sticker, on this card, because I have cards, I make my own cards and I put stickers on them, because I like channeled messages. Honestly, they're so much more fun. But it's reminding me of Mo from the Doodle Bops again, and I feel like you just don't really realize how much people, how people perceive you. I feel like you're very not self-aware about how people perceive you. You don't really see how expressive you are. Maybe people really think that you're out there and you just have no idea. People are like, wow, you're confident for posting that, or that's such an interesting thing to talk about in person. Why are you telling me this information so freely? You're just very comfortable with yourself, and other people are like, I could never talk about this, I could never do this. People are like, damn, you're just confident like that, or you're just open like that. And I feel like you post interesting things on social media and you make it look cool, but you might think it's weird. There could be someone, I keep hearing hearing mistress. I don't know what that means, where that comes from, but mistress, maybe someone's mistress is talking to you on social media, or there's a cheating scandal going on that you might be a part of, you might have witnessed, or someone tried to make you their mistress. Just be careful, because that's really, really, really negative, and you don't want to be caught up in that. I feel like you're not self-aware that your hygiene is too much. I feel like it's good, but it's too much. Maybe you showered too much to the point where your skin is like really dry and flaky because of how much you shower, or maybe the water's too hot. Maybe you put too much shampoo, too much product, and that's why your hair is greasy. You're doing something too much. Maybe your skincare is too much, that you're burning your skin and ruining your skin barrier, but you're doing the showering hygiene thing a bit too much, to the point where it's like unrealistic. Like, how are you going to travel when you have this intense shower routine? You know what I'm saying? You might want to tone it down a bit or simplify it, kind of. But yeah, it's a bit too much. Maybe you're wearing too much perfume, too much scented lotion, and you need to tone it down a little bit. What else am I getting? I feel like that's it. That's really the only thing you're not self-aware about. So yeah, that's it. If you like this reading, like, share, subscribe, comment down below. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all my information is down below. Bye. Pile number 2, what are you not aware of? So as I was shuffling, I was getting the image of like a jester clown. So someone is tricking you, scamming you, stealing from you. You might not be aware, but someone stealing from you is coming through really heavily, stealing information, stealing credit card stuff. Maybe you're getting faulty charges on your card and you need to double check that right now. Someone might be scamming you, pirating your videos, your content, putting it online, screenshotting your stuff. Someone's playing tricks, and yeah, they're scamming you. I don't know why I feel like maybe you're afraid to confront this person, which is random, but maybe this is a person that you don't even know how to approach them. You don't even know how to tell them to stop. I also feel like this person, if you did confront them, they would make like a scene or have a panic attack. They might just cry some crocodile tears. They just want to act as if they're like a docile, friendly person with a great personality, and they're super nice and they're the most perfect person ever, but this person is just, they're scamming you. I feel like you're also unaware that people are intimidated by you. I feel like you have really thick skin, which is random, that's coming through. You might not be aware of how emotionally resilient you are, or that you have to be around these certain people. I don't know. I'm getting that the reason why you might feel lonely is because you're unaware that you terrify other people. You're unaware that people are just afraid to get hurt by interacting with you. They're not really sure how to even approach you, because you might have this great, like, docile, beautiful personality, but you might just be really cold or really defensive, or you're just quick to call things out, and people might find it intimidating, or you look quick to call things out. You look overly, what's the word, kind of like a general or like a tyrant or something. A lot of people are scared of that, so they're scared to actually talk to you or interact with you, and that's why you might be having issues that you're having. I don't think there's anything you can do about it, though, other than just be aware of it and maybe get comfortable initiating interactions, so that way you could actually, like, have a social life. I think you're unaware that someone with a really weird jaw, like a big long jaw or a very chonky jaw, or someone that had like surgery on their jaw is in love with you. Really random. But I looked at the picture on the card and then I just felt like my jaw muscles just tensing up. Or this could mean that someone is obsessed with your jaw or your side profile. Maybe the reason you look so intimidating. You could be a Capricorn rising or have Capricorn placements, but like your bone structure looks so overly developed that it makes you look intimidating or something. Maybe you have like high cheekbones and like model-esque jawline and chin and nose, and everything is sharp and pointy and small eyes, thin eyebrows, and it's like an intense look, like I'm better than you type of look. So that's that. But someone loves you. You're unaware that someone really likes you, and they're actually going to try to make an offer soon, try to make a romantic offer soon. It's not going to be sexual, though. They're too afraid to sexualize you, or maybe this person isn't sexual in nature. One thing that I hate as a girl is when a person approaches you because they're interested, they immediately quickly make it sexual, and I don't like that. I find it gross and disrespectful. I want someone to get to know me. So I feel like this person is approaching you with pure intentions, or pure at first, and then things can get sexual later on if that's what you're both comfortable with. But it feels like this person is approaching you in a very friendly, pure-hearted, I want to get to know you type of way. Or that's at least the way they view you. They don't view you in a sexualized way, and this person is actually looking for a commitment. They're not trying to hit it and quit it type. I do feel that you're unaware of how loud your speaking voice might be. I also don't think you're aware of how little people gossip about you. You might feel as though people gossip about you a lot. You might feel as though if I do this, people will be talking about it, people will be looking, people will be staring. But not that people are really concerned about you in that kind of way. If they do ever talk about you, it's very like surface level, general, nice things to say, but they're not really talking in depth about your life or anything. A lot of people just aren't that concerned with you, which isn't a bad thing. It's a very peaceful thing. I feel like you are unaware of how androgynous you can be sometimes. And this might not be in appearance. This might just be in personality or manners, maybe. Like if you're a woman, you're very assertive, or you're just very in touch with your masculine qualities, and if you're a man, you're very in touch with your feminine side. So you might be giving people the impression that you could be bisexual, or like a tomboy or feminine man type of person. There's something like that. You do seem very non-judgmental, though. You might be unaware of how friendly you actually are, which kind of contradicts what I said earlier. Maybe okay, so this is what I'm getting to put 2 and 2 together. You might look really mean and people talk to you and realize you're nice, but you're way nicer than the average person. And you're not aware of it. You think you're just like normal level nice, but you're actually way nicer than the average person, even though you're packaged to look mean. So there's that, and a lot of people are shocked at how nice and respectful you are, and you're just unaware that it's something that really sticks out to people. Like, wow, you have manners. Wow, you say please and thank you. Wow, you wait your turn. You're not impatient. You're not selfish. It's like weird. A lot of people aren't used to that. That's actually very unusual, and you're unaware that you stick out in that way because you're just really nice or really respectful. I feel like you have tangled jewelry that you're unaware about. I don't know why that's coming through. Or something about your jewelry just does not suit what you wear. And you need to be careful about that because people might be judging that. I feel like you're unaware about what you are aware about, which makes no sense. I don't know why it's coming through, but you're unaware about what you're aware about. Maybe there's something that you think about yourself that you're just not fully aware of the extent of it. Like, you're only just looking at a small fragment of something, a small picture of something. I also feel like you're unaware of, coming back to the voice, your voice is loud, but your voice is very pleasant, which you're unaware of. You might be unaware that you can sing, which is a very Delulu message that no one should be delivering to me personally, because if I started singing in public and I believe that I was a good singer, I would literally burst people's eardrums. But you might be unaware of the fact that you can sing. I feel like you're unaware of how non-committal you are, or that you honestly have commitment issues, or you're just very much like avoidant. You're a very avoidant type of personality and you're not really aware of it at all, or you think you're clingy, you think you can do commitment, but girl, you are non-committal. Or your relationships don't last and it's subconsciously because you want out. I feel like you're unaware of, I feel like you really leave people in the dust. Like, you just get up and leave and you're not really aware that that really bothers people, or that's something that really leaves a psychological damage on some people. You've probably really hurt some lovers in the past or some friends in the past because you kind of just dipped. They thought y'all had something because you were so friendly and warm to them, but it didn't really mean anything to you. That's just your personality. And then you just dipped and they're like, what? I thought we were cool like that. But then they realize you're just like that with everyone. So that might be something you're not aware of. So you might have a lot of people trying to run after you or chase after you tons. Way more than you think. You might have a number in your head, but it's way more than you think. That's how many admirers and people you have watching you. You might reunite with one soon, which is not a message that I typically deliver because we avoid delusionships, situationship talks in general on this channel because they usually don't happen 99% of the times. But you might actually reunite with one of them soon, and they might tell you how they feel. I strongly feel like they will tell you how they feel, actually. But you might just run away from this one, too. So just be wary of that. This is definitely like a friend that you had a feeling that they had a crush on you, but they never said anything, and then you just kind of dipped. And maybe this person was in a relationship and that's why you're like, I don't know, maybe they're just being nice to me. Anyway, that's it for this reading. I hope you liked it. You probably did because I kind of hyped you up, girl. Again, like, comment, subscribe, all below somewhere, and share this video. And if you want to book a personal read with me, all my information is down below. Bye now. Pile 3, what are you not aware of? I feel like not much. Honestly, you're a pretty self-aware person, but that might be a bit damaging to your psyche because you're overly aware and overly conscious, and it might give you a lot of anxiety. So just like chill out. You might be unaware that you trauma dump a lot and it makes people uncomfortable. You might be unaware that you have a bit of a temper or a bit of a spiciness to you that just kind of explodes and comes out, and again, that makes people really uncomfortable, and people might be going behind your back and saying like you're moody You might be unaware that a lot of people think maybe you're helpless or something, or you just have a lot of problems. People are talking that you have oh my god, I can't even speak. They're talking about how you seem to have a lot of problems, a lot of baggage, or you're just like repressed in general. So just be wary of that, because you might just be revealing too much information. To be honest, this is really mean, but I'm just gonna say it. Because I got a flash image of like an armpit, a sweaty armpit. So you might not be aware that your deodorant is not helping you. So get that changed, queen. Get that changed, please. You might be unaware that something smells weird, okay? Something smells a bit musty. It could be the hair. It could be the breath, honestly. Like, it's more so the breath and the armpit that I'm getting. Or maybe you just have like a very synthetic smell to you that isn't really, it's nice, but it isn't pleasant. So just be careful. Maybe invest in an expensive perfume and get a better deodorant, or brush your teeth more, because your breath is a bit stanky. And people aren't really telling you that. This is starting off mean, but I promise it's gonna end better. I feel like you need to get your back checked for something. Maybe you have like a weird little pimple or like blackhead on your back that you just need to go check out really quick or something, or maybe like an ingrown, but it's on your back. No one really can see it, so you have to get someone to check it for you. I feel like you might feel embarrassed that you said something recently and that someone might have heard you, but nobody heard you. Like, you might be embarrassed that you got caught, or someone overheard you, or someone knows something that you're doing, or I don't know. There's like something that you don't want someone to know, and they didn't hear you. They don't know about it. They're not in the know, so you're okay. I feel like you're unaware that, where are you located? Why is this like so weird? But you're unaware that someone's trying to steal your items, like your jewelry. I'm getting like your jewelry, or like a ring, or like a necklace. Someone's trying to steal that from you, maybe like at work or from your locker at school. But you should just be aware that someone's trying to like steal or pickpocket from you an item that you have, because they want it and they're jealous, and they want it to themselves because they want this thing, they like it. I don't know where you are located, what this is, but that's really creepy. Oh my god, be careful. I feel like you're unaware of how accepted and well tolerated you are in society, in your community. You might feel very marginalized, or you might feel very weird, very quirky, and people don't accept you. But people actually really do accept you, and if anything, they look up to you. And they want to look like you, or they want to be in the same position as you. You're a very oh my god, I cannot talk. Admirable person to many. I feel like a lot of people take note of your diet. There's something interesting about your diet for some reason. Maybe you eat a lot of salads, or something funny about what you eat or the way you eat that you're not aware of. I find that you are unaware of how tall you are, maybe, or some people think you're really tall, or that you're really short, or something about your length or your size. You might have maybe like a bit of a body dysmorphia moment where you're unaware of how curvy you are, how big that booty is, how flat that tummy is. Like, you're unaware of your body. You might be a bit too humble, or your perception is insecure, but it shouldn't be. I do feel like, I don't know why it's coming through, and I'm just gonna say it as is again. There is someone here that's like overweight, because I'm seeing someone that's like a bit obese and they wear really bright colors, but I'm seeing this person wearing gym clothes. So I feel like you're unaware of how much weight you're going to be losing if this is you, or how much progress you're going to be making in the gym as quickly. And I feel like how much you're going to enjoy it. You might really, really, really enjoy the gym way more than you think you're going to enjoy it. You might think, because of the things you see on the internet, that it might be struggles. There might be like you might need a lot of motivation, and it's going to be hard to motivate yourself to go to the gym. And you might feel like it's going to be hard to go on this diet. You're not going to enjoy it, and you have to commit to it, and you really need to push yourself. But I feel like you're unaware of how easy it will be to integrate this in your life because you really want it, and you actually have a way of making it fun for you, or making this health plan fun for you. It's like, I don't know, whatever you're doing on your health journey, you're doing great because it's fun and easy to stick to for you. Maybe you're buying great gym clothes, or you're treating yourself to cheat days often, and I don't know what this is, but whatever you're doing, good job, amazing, proud of you. I feel like someone might propose, or you might get a proposal or an offer for like a job or some type of commitment. Yeah, let's end that there, because that's what I'm getting. Okay, that's what you're unaware of. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please like, share, and subscribe. I told you it would get good at the end. I felt it. And again, if you'd like to book a personal read with me, all my information. I don't know why I always switch to English British accent when I get to the end. I'll do a country one. Fuck it, I forgot how to do a country one. All my information is down below. Bye! Pile number 4. What are you unaware of? I don't know why I just heard pile number 5 in my head. That is really random, but moving forward, I feel like you're unaware that happier days are to come. Maybe you're being like depressed about something, or anxious about something, or you're just thinking about it in a very pessimistic way. And you're not aware that it's gonna go very smoothly, or very right, or things are gonna go well for you, and you're gonna celebrate the outcome that you get. You're unaware of how spoiled you are. You're definitely the type to take your blessings for granted, and you're way too pessimistic, girl. You need to be more grateful for the good things that you have. The reason why you're depressed, or why you struggle maybe emotionally, is because you have a very pessimistic attitude or mentality, but you're not realizing that you have it better than most people. Just people are not upfront about the struggles that they've been through. Like, I don't want to invalidate anyone's traumas or whatever or anything, but I feel like yours aren't that bad compared to everybody else, or at least you need to have that mentality. You kind of need to invalidate your trauma to keep moving forward, because you're like very stuck in the trauma. I don't know how to explain it, but you're looking at everything as, this is trauma, this is trauma, this is trauma, but it's not that big of a deal. Or you're just like, you feel as if you went through one bad thing and you feel like it touched your soul and it ruined you, but it's not that bad. Like, you're okay compared to everyone else. You're way more fine and functioning than you think you are, if that makes sense. I just heard the word denegate. I don't know if that's actually a real word or not, so I'm just going to say it out loud. I don't know what it means, if it is a real word or not, but denegate, there's that. Maybe, I don't know what the hell it is, but it's coming through, or maybe something similar to that word. Even renegade. Isn't renegade, the meaning of renegade, to like go back? Not retrograde. Renegade is like to look back at something, or to rewind. I don't know. But speaking on that note, since it's coming to mind, rewinding is sticking in my head. You're maybe you just look back at the past a lot, and that's what makes you really depressed, and you kind of just need to move forward, but maybe you're unaware how to move forward. You need to find a way, whichever way that works for you. Personally, like, you could go to therapy, you could do psychedelic microdosing. That's pretty great. I heard a lot of good things for people that do that, and I have talked about it, and not on my channel, but in some like pick a cards. It has come up because it comes to mind. I'm also seeing marijuana. Maybe marijuana might help calm you down, but of course, know your situation, know if you're able to take it. It depends on which country you're in, if you're even able to buy it, if you can take it, if it's healthy for you. Like, obviously look into that before you even try, but you just need, it's like you're stuck in a mentality and you're not aware how stuck you are in this mentality or in this like emotion, and you're like literally wallowing away. You're not aware of how much you wallow away into nothingness when you're sad, and someone needs to just pull you out of that and bring you to a different location, because you're really digging yourself into a hole by staying stuck in here or letting this bad situation color your worldview or something like that. Like, it's just, there's this huge bitterness to you that is completely like changing your perception of life, and it's making you take actions that you shouldn't take, or judging people in a way that you shouldn't judge them. So you're just not aware of how much you're letting the situation affect you because you're staying stuck in it and you're not moving on from it. And it's not really that serious as you make it out to be. It might be something that everyone goes through, but you're just doing too much. Like maybe a falling out with a friend or a breakup or something like that. Like, everyone goes through breakups. Everyone gets at least a falling out with a friend. Everyone goes through fights with their parents. Like, I don't know what this is. I'm not gonna try to tune into that, but that's what's coming up. I feel like you're not aware that you might be falling for something. Maybe you're falling for like a scheme or like another tarot reader's advice. I hope it's not mine. Maybe you're falling for like this manifestation guru crap. Maybe you're falling for a crypto course scheme because crypto is coming through. You're like following or absorbing information from something that's been marketed really well or packaged really well, and it could be something spiritual, and this person's like, I have the key to whatever you're dealing with, I have the solution to whatever you're dealing with, but it's so glamorized and it's a scam, and you're not aware of how much this could be a scam, and you're really gonna hurt yourself if you go down this path. This could also be something therapeutic, like a therapy coach or whatever. Like, I don't know what this is. It's obviously gonna like apply to your case, but there's a scam here that you're falling for or following. I feel like you're unaware that you've been given bad advice, or you're not applying the advice that you took to your situation properly, or like maybe your situation is an exception to certain advice. Your situation is a rare case, so you need to be careful of that. I feel like you're unaware of, this is mean, but I don't like saying this stuff, but it's coming through. There's something unflattering that you're wearing or that you've posted on social media that other people have seen, but you don't know what it is. Because I'm seeing like, like that 2012 like Tumblr era type of selfies where they post like these really like heavy filter pictures taken at such a weird angle. Like, it's really corny and it's very 2012. And just heavy filter, heavy blurring, overly bright selfie. That's what I'm seeing. Maybe you have a picture like that on your social media that's not really flattering and you need to change it. Or it might just be the profile pic is a bit silly on your social media, and people find it weird, or some people get the joke and some people don't. A lot of people don't. Way too many people don't get the joke and they just find it weird. So there's that. You might try a bit too hard to come across cool or funny, or on social media. There's something you're doing too much on social media and you're not aware of it. Maybe you're posting too many quotes. Maybe you're posting too many selfies. Maybe you're posting too many something weird, and people just, they're like, what are you doing? Like, they don't get it. I feel like a lot of people are just trying to analyze you, or like, it's like something about you is not, like, it doesn't follow a regular pattern. So it's very, like, unpredictable. There we go. That's the word. The way you post on social media or the way you carry yourself is so unpredictable that people don't really know how to, like, dissect you, absorb you, approach you even. So that's something you're not aware of. You're very unpredictable, and a lot of people just don't get it. But I feel like there's nothing to get. You might have not much meaning. Like, people think, oh my god, this is so weird. People think maybe there's like a cryptic message behind what you're posting, or trying to get at someone, or you're trying to post someone something petty, or you're trying to say something or deliver a message, but you're not. This is like you're posting a picture of, I don't know why I'm seeing celery. You might be posting a picture of a celery plant because, wow, you're proud of your celery plant. And someone that's watching your social media is just not getting that it's for the aesthetic. Like, it's just aesthetic. You know what I mean? Or you might be posting a quote, a very random quote, and people are thinking that, oh, you're posting this quote to be petty, but it doesn't really mean anything. Like, people are just confused. They're so confused, but it's not a bad thing. I feel like it's very entertaining for some, and it actually makes you look really cool. Not gonna lie, it makes you look really cool. So keep doing what you're doing, but there is one thing about your social media that's unflattering, is maybe you post too much, or there's something too bright and overly filtered on your social media. Also Facebook, or maybe you post really, really long captions that are just too much, and you might want to tone it down on that, because ain't nobody reading that. Unless you're like a celebrity or something, but ain't nobody reading that. I am getting that something you're unaware of. I feel like you're unaware of how refreshing you are. You might feel like you're very, like, simple in terms of style, in terms of taste. You might be very, like, simple, like, basic. You might think you're basic, but people find it refreshing. I'm tuning into a green hoodie. People really like it when you wear that green hoodie, green sweater, green top that you have, like a dark foresty green. You smell like cleaning products, or you smell very clean. You might not be aware of it, but it's like a very refreshing, like minty smell or citrusy smell, that you might not be aware of. Yeah, you're just unaware of that. I feel like you're also unaware of the fact that you give really great advice to some people. So you might be really bad at following advice or taking advice from other people, but you should honestly take your own advice, because you give really good advice to others. So you should just be giving advice to yourself, but nobody's ever really told you anything, or you just didn't think it was that serious. But yeah, you give really great advice, or you're very wise beyond your years, but you just don't, like, trust yourself like that, or like listen to your own word or your own judgment. But your judgment is crystal clear and very good and brings amazing results to other people. So why don't you just follow that yourself? I feel like you're unaware that you're way safer than you think you are. Maybe you feel like you've been cursed, evil-eyed, or someone is out to get you, or you have like a hater or something, but you're protected, you're safe, you're very much good in your space, or warm in your space, or people accept you and love you generally for who you are, and you're just not really aware of that. Nobody's really judging you. People generally like you. You're very likable to a lot of people, and a lot of people think you're very social. You might be unaware of how social you are, or very gossipy. You might be very gossipy. You might think there might be gossip about you, but if anything, the gossip is that you have the gossip. The gossip is that you do the gossiping. That is the most that I can give you. But you're unaware of how lively your social life is, or how many people want to be friends with you. That's another thing. You're very unaware of how many people want to meet up with you and be friends with you. I just feel like you never leave your house, or you never really try, which might be weird. To some, they might find it weird that you never leave your house. I don't know where that's coming from, but you're unaware of that. I feel like you're unaware that you lost something. You lost an item, or you lost something. I don't know, maybe like a pair of earrings or something. You're unaware that you lost them, or you're unaware of where they are because you lost them as you were like walking out in public. And I'm getting New York City, or I'm just seeing like downtown, like a downtown area. You lost an item as you were walking downtown. If that's where you're trying to find your thing, it was in downtown. It fell, or it got pickpocketed or stolen there. I feel like you're really unaware of how sweet you are. You're very sweet. I also heard the word iridescent. Maybe you're wearing something iridescent that a lot of people like and you're not aware of it. It might just be like makeup. You have a very interesting style of doing your makeup, and you're unaware that people, they don't get it, but they like it. I feel like a lot of people around you just don't get it. Like, they don't understand the aesthetic or the vibes, which is kind of sad and boring. I don't like people like that, but it is what it is. Anyways, that's it for this reading. Wow, yours is long. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. And if you want to book a personal read with me, girl, you already know. All my info is down below. At the last minute, I felt like doing a fifth pile. So, pile number 5, what are you unaware of? I feel like you might use a very, like, you know what I'm getting? Like, you know how, like, people say, like, slay, or, like, you use a lot of meme language, or like memes when you talk or when you make jokes, and it's just flying over people's heads. They don't get it. So you're unaware that what you're doing, you might think you're being silly and goofy and people are laughing at your jokes, but they have no idea what's going on. You have the wrong demographic. You might use a lot of like TikTok sounds, or just say a lot of strange things that a lot of people just don't understand, and you're not aware of that. I feel like you're unaware of, you might feel like you're informed of something, or people might have this impression that you know what you're doing, but really you have no idea what's going on, or you are not really as informed as you think you are. You might think like, yeah, I got this should be easy. About a lot of things, you definitely overestimate your abilities or your knowledge on certain things, and then when you get in this situation, you're just like, what? Okay. Anyway, you underestimate how quick you are. You might walk really fast, you might do things really fast, and people find it shocking how quick you are. You are way too fast for some people. or just way on your feet, or you're very ahead of the game somehow, or just ahead mentally. And for some people, it's just like they need you to slow down a bit so they can process what's going on because they're not as fast as you. I feel like you're unaware of... There's something here to do with like self-care, relaxation, maybe vacation. You're unaware of something about it. I'm trying to tune in here and understand what this could be because I'm just confused. Maybe you might just be unaware that what you're doing is a really good thing for you. People around you might be telling you self-care, the way you do self-care is bad, or something about the type of self-care that you do is not productive. And you might be convinced that certain types of self-care isn't productive, but you're unaware of how deeply this could affect you and really benefit you. And this might just be like aesthetics and self-care. So like having all your stuff in your bathroom color coded, having a nice environment, getting cute pajamas. You might feel like that's a waste, or other people might think of it as wasteful, but it really helps you to have aesthetic things for some reason. Aesthetics is a huge part of your self-care, and you're not really aware, or at least you don't really... It's like it's of huge importance to you, to your happiness, but you're not really aware of how much aesthetics really bother you. Like, you need things to look clean, nice, beautiful. You need to have your drinkity drink in a pretty glass. You need to have your food plated up nicely so that way you can enjoy it. You need aesthetic in your life. It's very important to you. And that might be something weird. And maybe you struggle a lot with like friendships and relationships because they don't share this value that you have for aesthetic or visual pleasantries like that. Maybe a lot of people find it a bit too much. Maybe some people might find it superficial, which you should not take that to heart, because I feel like people that are like that are just a bit weird. Like, I'm sorry, I like to enjoy like the environment around me, you know what I mean? I'm sorry that I like to enjoy things in a nice cup. I'm not a basic hoe. You're not a basic hoe. You're very extra. Some people, you're unaware of how extra you are because it's so normal to you. It's become so normalized because you just like extra things, and you're unaware of how bland, basic, and boring people are. And some people are like weird about it. They have a very polarized view of it. So some people are very much like, wow, you're so superficial, you're so vain, you're so this, you're so that. But other people are like, oh my god, you're so cool, you're so slay, that's so amazing. But yeah, there's a lot of people who don't get the point, but it's okay. They're probably straight men. Let's just be real here. They're not one of the girls. I feel like you're so unaware of how like I'm just getting aesthetic. You're so cool. You're so like good at arts or visual or style or something. Getting good photography. You're so good at it. You're so good at taking pictures, and you're unaware of it. You're unaware of your skills. You have great skills. Maybe you're the type of person that's just unaware of like, what am I good at? I'm not talented. I'm boring. And you have really low self-esteem, or you're just not confident enough in yourself, but you can really make a career out of this. There's some type of talent that you have that you could go really far in if you actually were patient, took the time to learn the ins and outs, and applied your talents and your skills. You could go far. You could go really far and get famous because of how good you are at this. Maybe it's even like marketing, something visual, pleasing to the eye is what I'm getting. Maybe you're into fashion, maybe you're a seamstress. I don't know what this is, but maybe even makeup, beauty related content, maybe TikTok. Something like that is very, very like you're very good at it and you really underestimate how good you are at it and how far you could go because of how talented you are. Yeah, that's coming through again. You're just like unaware of how you have something special and very rare that you're not really aware of. And you're kind of just dangling it in front of the wrong crowd. Like, I'm getting like dangling a carrot, but to a dog, you know? The dog doesn't want the carrot, the rabbit does. So I feel like the reason why you are not as confident in your skills is because you just have the wrong audience around you, or you're portraying it to the wrong audience. I feel like you need to be smart with who your audience is and who you're trying to market things to and get to that audience. Maybe that's why you probably struggle with, let's say, building a connection with the opposite sex and they just don't get you because they're not like you, or certain friends, like you're trying to impress certain people that just aren't the right people, you know? You need to get in the right crowd. I feel like you've fallen into the wrong crowd. You need to get away from them. Not necessarily go against the grain and rebel and be a different person and change your whole personality, but find different people to hang out with where you could actually be your talented self and be accepted for it and learn from others and add on to your talents, instead of staying with the same people that are comfortable being bland, boring, and stupid, you know, because eventually you'll become like them. And you do not want to be in that trap. You need to find cool, new people, and yeah. Yeah, I just feel like you're unaware where you're going. It's like you're unaware where you're going. You're unaware that by being with these crowds of people, you're setting yourself up for like failure, or you're setting yourself up to fail somehow, or someone's setting you up to fail because you don't know that you're going in a direction that's not for you, and there's another direction that you're better at. And it's the direction that you've been following all along, but you've been discouraged from by the people around you, or people just didn't seem to care or make you feel, or hype you up. Like, people did not realize how seriously good you are at this thing. I keep hearing relay. I don't know what that could mean. Relay, making reels, or maybe relaying information to someone. I feel like I shouldn't go into detail about that because it will be relevant to the person watching. But yeah, I also feel like following trends, like this is giving influencer type of vibe, like being relevant and following trends is something you're really good at. It's just that your circle is full of people that don't get trends or that are very outdated. Okay, that's all I'm getting for pile number 5, the most random pile. But yeah, if you like this, like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all my information is down below. Bye now!